this is Lois in real life. Today, the video I told you guys I would bring you is the how I roast my garlic and how I make it so that it's in. I cut it into slivers. So, anyways, what I do is I buy garlic. Actually, I bought this at Costco, and it was the best place I could find that it was the cheapest. There was the first bag. That's what I'm in the process of doing. Is the first bag. I got 2 bags. This bag was five and some change, and there was 19 bulbs in here, and I paid 99 cents at another place per bulb. That would have been $19. This was 5 something. So anyways, so Costco's a good place to get it. I have to admit they're a little bit smaller. Okay, we'll give them that. So anyway, so what I do is I just take my bulbs. This is how they come, and I just rip off all the paper that you can get off, and just go ahead and get all that off what you can, and get that cleaned up, because it just makes it a little bit easier at the end, because when you're squeezing out the garlic, then as you can see, I can't do 2 things at once. Anyways, you're not picking out papers out of your garlic, or at least not very much. And so I just get all the paper off that I can. Anything I can't get, you just can't get, so you don't have to worry about it. Seemingly is everything that I can get off to start with. Okay, and then sometimes when you cut it, it takes some of that more paper off. But what I do is I take it, and I could cut it way back here to get down into these pieces that are in the back that are smaller, but it's a big waste of garlic. So what I do is I cut, as close as I can without trying to waste too much garlic. And then those pieces that are smaller, you go in and you score and you pull them out, and then that way you're sure that when you squeeze out the garlic that you're getting it all. And then see little papers that you find, you just do that with. And then these pieces that actually fell off of other garlics, I'm going to go ahead and cook it like a garlic bulb. Okay, so what I do is, so I have my garlic that I just cut. So I use parchment paper, and I just put it in the center, and I just kind of bring it up and twirl it around. Now you can use aluminum foil. I've seen them use aluminum foil. I just won't use aluminum foil. I don't use anything aluminum. Just so you know that going forward. And then what I'll do for the next one, like I told you, those pieces that are, that either fallen off, or I had one that when I had to dig out a bad one, and so when I dug it out, like 3 or 4 of them fell off. So I just put that all in one, and I'll roast it. I will roast it just like a bowl of garlic. So you're not wasting all that instead of just throwing it away. Okay, and then I will do the next one just exactly the same. I'm just gonna score the tops of those that are kind of at the side that you can't get into, or you would waste so much of the garlic on the inside that you it would cost you a lot more than what it already does. Garlic has gotten really expensive this year, like everything else. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap these up, and then I'll show you what I do next. So now I've got all my bulbs done. This is what it looks like when they're all ready to go into the oven, and I'm going to show you how I do it that I am lucky enough to have outside. Let's go. Okay, now as you can see, I'm outside. I brought my little oven, get the little bugs off of it. I brought my little oven out here to roast my garlic, because the garlic can get very strong, and so since I have this and I can do it, if you don't, it's fine. But I have this so I can bring it outside. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, and I think I'm going to leave it there, but I'm going to flip it. There we go. And then I'm going to put it in here and I'm going to set it on roast for 400 for 40 minutes. It's been 40 minutes and we're going to check our garlic. Oh, it smells really good. It smells good outside, actually. I think I might take it a little bit longer. Some of these look pretty good. That's the one that's supposed to be like a pretty soft. Let's see if I can find one right here. I think they're okay, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to let them sit in the oven. I better shut it up because it's cool outside. I'm going to let it sit for, oh, there we go. I'm going to let it sit for just, I don't know, until it kind of cools down. I'm just going to let the garlic sit inside of it. Just kind of continue roasting. So I think 40 minutes is right. It's good. They were soft, but I just wanted to get a little bit, maybe closer to the core. And we'll be back with you then. So I waited a little while till the oven was completely cool. So I'm just going to take this in now, and we are going to roast another whole bag's worth in a different way, and I'll show you how it works. Okay, now we're back inside, and I'm going to show you how I squeeze out the roasted garlic. But first I'm going to show you because I want to get the other garlic started. So I had 2 bags. I showed you the bags earlier. And this particular, the second bag, I peeled each one. If you're going to do that, buy the peeled. I was crazy. It was cheap, but I was crazy. So anyways, this is already these are all peeled. And I am just going to put them on the roaster, or the, I'm sorry, the platter. It's not a platter, it's a, one of those. Tray, there we go. Okay, so I'm just going to, because it's getting late and I've been peeling garlic all day. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, excuse me, I'm going to go ahead and cover with another piece of parchment paper, and then I am going to take it outside and roast it out there, just like I did before that, you know, I already showed you. I'm going to do it just like this, and then I'm going to roast this, and so I'm going to go put this in the oven, and then I'll be right back and show you how to squeeze out and get your garlic out of the ones that all you do is cut off the tops. All right, so I started squeezing them out. So all you do is, and this was one of the small ones I grabbed, you're just going to take it and you're just going to start squeezing all the garlic out of it, and then kind of have to watch for the paper. Make sure that you don't, like, there's a little piece of paper on my finger, and then I just put it to the side, and then I just squeeze it out and put it in the bowl. And then you just go through. Now this one is the one where, you remember, a bunch of them had fallen off, and paper. That's the only bad thing. Kind of have to watch for the paper with this one. Hopefully the next one will be a lot easier. Okay, see, so you squeeze out one, and those seem to be a little bit easier. So even if you're going to buy it like this, maybe just doing it one at a time might be easier. Let me see. Squeezing out one at a time. Yeah, maybe not. This is kind of a mess. Oh. Now I put gloves on. You don't have to have gloves on, but I decided to put gloves on. And yeah, so I mean, it all squeezes out. I'll squeeze out one more big, you know, like a regular size one. Let me see if I can find a regular one. There we go. This is a full size one. And I can tell that paper's going to come off, so I'm just going to take that one right off. Sometimes you can kind of tell that the paper's gonna come off, and look, the whole thing comes right out. So cool. And so anyways, you know, on the outside ones, sometimes you can do that. Oh, look, did it again. Yay. Oh, there's a little piece of paper. And then the rest are gonna need to be, I love it when you can pull those out. Okay, so, and then you're just gonna squeeze the rest out. Oh good, that one didn't have any paper left. Maybe that's because I pulled those extra ones out before I did the others. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna continue squeezing all this out, and then when it's, I mean, completely cooled, then we're gonna put it in a container and we're gonna put it in the freezer. Okay, so now I've got it all out of the, you know, all the papers, and this is, oh, see, I found a piece. Anyways, so I got all, I think I got all the paper out of it. And this is what it looks like. This is out of, believe it or not, 19, but they weren't big ones. And so you're gonna get a plastic bag. I don't like to use plastic. I use plastic as little as I possibly can, but this seems to be the only way that I can really get it to work. And I get Ziploc because I know it says that it's BPA free. I'm worried that way. I'm very particular. It has to be at least BPA free. I will never put it in the microwave, even though it says microwave safe, but yeah, it is BPA free. And this is not hot at all. It's completely cooled. And so now I am going to put this in the baggie. Should I try with one shot? Oh, I did it. And I used my I have a spatula that I use for sweet things and stuff for savory things. So this is my savory one. Okay, so what I do, I get it as close. Oops, let me see. Where's my little, right here. I actually have a paper chip scraper. And so what I do is I try to scrape all the garlic down together and get it really, really tight. As tight as I can get it. And I try to keep it out of the corners if I can, because these corners have, you know, they're pleated, and so they're kind of a pain to get it out of once it's all frozen, because I'm gonna put this in the freezer. So I got this all good and round, like a tube. Okay, and then I'm pushing it up there, but I don't, it's got a lot of air bubbles. Let's just do it. We're gonna have to go into the corners. If I can help it, I try not to, but it usually comes out fine. It's just, I figure it would be easier if it didn't. Okay, so it looks pretty much like, let's see if I can sort that over. Okay, now I'm gonna swirl it up, finish zipping it up, and then I'm gonna put this in the freezer. Well, I roasted my garlic as whole pieces. They look great, and they're, you know, they're a good consistency, and so I think these are going to be wonderful. So what I'm going to do, because I normally do it where I squeezed it out, but I thought, let's try this. So let's go ahead and put this in the baggie. This will be a perfect way to do it if you're going to buy, like, it's already peeled, you know, garlic that's already peeled. And I will tell you, sorry, kind of noisy. I will tell you that, now it's hard. Let's throw that one away. That it's a lot of work, but it's so worth it. I mean, my husband and I, you know, we put fresh garlic. We'll put, we've put, you know, roasted garlic, and there is literally no comparison. The roasted is just so much better. It doesn't matter. And I've done it like this before, but I did it in a loaf pan and just took them and did it that way. That didn't work. That didn't turn out. So, so we're gonna squish this all together. Oh yeah, this is great. So I did this with you guys for the first time. See a little paper in there? Well, it's not gonna hurt anybody. Okay, and then we're gonna partially close it. We're gonna scrape it in. And it had the same amount of garlic cloves, and I got a lot, or garlic bulbs, and I got a lot more garlic out of this than I did the other, because when you're cutting off that top and throwing it away, you know, that's garlic you're not gonna have. So, anyways, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing with this, and what I do is I get it all in there. Again, it's cooled all the way down before I put it into the baggie, and then I'm gonna put it into the freezer with the other one. And then tomorrow, I am going to show you when we cut it. And it makes like a little, I don't know, like a little, I cut them little slivers, and we'll see tomorrow. And what's so wonderful about that is then I just go in there, I take it out, throw it in whatever I'm putting it in. If it's something I'm cooking on the stove, or if it's something I'm blending in the blender, like my hummus, or you know, anything like that, that's how I do that. So I'm going to get this all ready, and I will see you tomorrow. All right, so now we're back today. This is the next day because my garlic has frozen, so these are solid. And this is the one that I roasted just the pieces instead of, you know, the whole bulb together. So you just go in and you pull out like so. And it pulls out. I know the corners can be a little bit, that's why I try to not get too much in the corners. And then you just go ahead and wipe your hands because they're garlicky. Okay, yeah, this did fine. I hadn't done it like this before. So I've always done it like that. Okay, so the end ones, they're usually a little bit bigger. And, oh no, it's a little bit smaller. That's good. And then this one, because it's a little bit wider around than this one, I'm not gonna cut them quite as big as I do those. And so I just go in and cut them. And I do them all close to the same size. I guess it does kind of break apart. Maybe I should have smushed them better together, but they do fine. But if I don't need quite as much, when I'm cooking something, I just cut one of these in half, or you know, so see it does in the center. It's pretty hard, and so that's this one. You don't want to sit and watch me cut that. So that's about how thick I cut those. Now the other ones, I will cut. Now this is when I just need a small piece. I'll just keep that in there too. And then what I do is I just, same bag, just take the pieces and kind of set them in there, because I had it out of here for a little bit while I was setting up our camera. So they've thawed a little bit. And what I'll do is I just kind of put them in there. I try not to put them too much together because they will freeze back together. And then I will put this back in there. Because this is what I put. This is the, like, I have its own cutting board. I'm gonna put this in there so it won't. Put that back in the freezer. Okay, so this one is the one that I mashed, or you know, was in the actual bulbs that I smushed out of it. And so you try to find the spot that's flattest, and then you just kind of start. Now this one is a little bit smaller around, so I'm going to cut them a little bit thicker. Not a ton thicker, but a little bit. because I use it for a lot for, well, all my cooking where it calls for, if it calls for fresh garlic, it gets roasted garlic in this house. And so I just think it's got such a better taste and so much more mellow and just, I mean, I don't know, everybody always thinks, you know, they'll say, why is it different than mine? Well, it's because I use roasted garlic, not fresh garlic. And so another thing is I use it like in my hummus. I just get in there and I just get however many, usually I make quite a large batch of hummus. I usually use a couple of them. And so that is how you do it. Now this one, like I said, I did it just a little bit thicker, and that's how it is when it's the done in the whole bulb. This one, I wished I had squished it a little bit harder together. Next time I do it, and I will do it like this again, but with the kind you've already bought that's not in in the bulbs, because that took me, I'm not gonna lie you guys, it took me forever to get the you know, to break the bulb apart and get all the pieces out. This was a little bit faster, but I feel that I lost a lot of garlic with this. You can't go wrong either way. If you want, someday I may try not crushed garlic, but minced garlic, and see how that does. I imagine it might be like that. I might try that the next time. This will last me good 6-8 months. So they last a while. And as you guys know, I do cook a lot. So I don't cook all the time, but I do cook a lot. We don't eat out. So in restaurants. So, okay, I guess we're done with roasted garlic. I hope you have a blessed day. Now don't forget, subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And if you have any questions, feel free to put them down in the comments below. I hope you have a blessed day. Bye.